Citi Studios at MoEngage's Growth Summit in association with ET BrandEquity. I'm in conversation with Manmeet Singh of Kissht. Thank you so much for your time, Manmeet.
Hello Shilpa, thanks for having me here.
Tell us, what is it that you do at Kissht?
So I look after performance marketing and strategic acquisitions at Kissht. Just for your viewers, Kissht is a consumer lending fintech startup. It's Series D funded. We have been in market for over 8 years and have given credit to almost 10 million plus users.
Wow. You know, when it comes to marketing in the BFSI sector especially, right, data privacy is such a difficult area to navigate because you want as much customer data as possible to personalize the message that you send out to them so that it's beneficial as well to the customer. But there are a lot of emerging laws which require you as marketers to stay agile.
Yes. No, absolutely. I think you would have heard about the DPDP Act that would soon be enacted. We have IT SDPI rules that applies to the financial service, typical IT Act 2000. And in addition to that, because fintechs operate on Play Store and App Store, there are certain other regulations that Play Store and App Stores apply on the fintech apps. So I believe, again, a very pertinent question as to what should be the right balance of getting the data, synchronizing it, ensuring you have a good data governance policies in place. And what the Act does is ensuring that people who have already done it, implemented it, they can be, people can bestow more trust on such apps. And Kissht is again in the forefront of building that.
All right, so how do you personalize keeping all these data checks and laws in mind?
I think firstly, Kissht ever since inception has a very strong data governance policies because we do credit underwriting in addition to your bureau score on the alternative data points.
All right.
So we need to be very cognizant of the fact, and we need to rather ensure customers trust that the data, how it is stored, how it is processed, is there a way or mechanism for them to even revoke that permission, and that is the kind of thing that we really look at. In addition to that, of course, there is a complete MarTech solution. There is Mixpanel for in-app data. There are certain tools that would allow us to understand whether at which stage a customer is stuck. Is it because of an extraneous factors or internal reasons, or maybe they don't have an intent to pursue. So keeping all of this together, running an ML model on top of it allows us to really understand which is the right segment of users we should personalize for, and which are the right set of users we should not personalize for, because there is an healthy churn. And in the lending industry, you have to be selective of the type of users you want to give loans to.
Right,
so we cannot give loans to everybody, and at some point of time we do understand that there is an inherent restriction in the amount and the way we would want to evaluate a customer.
I think that really sets the BFSI industry apart from other industries where you personalize for each and every customer.
Yes.
Whereas in BFSI industry, you also want to weed out some.
No, and no, I think you are pretty much right. The whole idea is that while you are personalizing it, the important factor is that it should be risk-based, offer selection that you're giving to the user. And you need to understand the emerging user intent. Discretionary spending is at its peak. People would want to avail loans for buying iPhones or maybe, even for their travel. The whole idea is that while you are personalizing a loan product, which may look very plain vanilla, can you add more intent to it? Can you identify the use cases for which a user is requesting for a loan? Could that add to how you are underwriting that particular user? And there are reports by bureaus, CIBIL and Equifax. You just need to understand who are the emerging tier 2, tier 3 set of users, what are their needs, and accordingly build it in your entire offer underwriting engine.
Absolutely. Now time for a very quick rapid fire round.
Sure. Okay.
If there was one marketing challenge that you would like to remove in 2024, which one would that be?
I think I would want to remove, I think the AI as a buzzword is an overkill, I believe, at this point of time. I would want people to really look at the data and don't overly rely on what AI is recommending, at the moment.
Okay, so my next question is actually about AI, Gen AI and banking marcoms, yay or nay?
I think bank marcoms, I think I've seen the small finance banks, they are doing an exemplary good job. So I would say they should up the game. Generative AI is something that I'm still in the tenterhooks of, seeding, okay, whether they should be incorporated or not. We have been using it in building our performance marketing communication, but we are not overly relying on what's being out of that.
Okay. Now, what's the most important factor that marketers in FinServe don't understand about customer engagement?
There will be a healthy churn of the customers. You cannot satisfy everybody. So don't overindulge on personalizing somebody who would not want to use your services. Rather focus on something which are the right audiences for you and double down on that. And people who would intend to move, they will eventually move it.
Concentrate your efforts where results are guaranteed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. If you could pick one superpower to have as a marketer, which one would that be?
Hiring good talent. I think they're still in dearth, and really evaluating whether they fit into the culture of an org and ensuring that they are primed for the success.
That really is paramount, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me again.
Thank you.